Next is a humanist and a sexist culture. That's all we're talking about.
As Representative Wayne Christian, one of the most rabid of the anti-family planning brigade, said publicly, of course it's the war on birth control, on abortions, on everything. That's what family planning is about. Looks like Wayne Christian could use an age-appropriate, medically accurate sex education class. Is it any wonder, ladies and gentlemen, is it any wonder why so many of the guys, including some of the Democrats, voted for the sonogram bill but didn't understand that it wasn't a jelly on the belly procedure?
But if you don't see this as violence, when I went through training at the Rape Crisis Center, one of the definitions of rape is to insert an object in a person against their consent. These people up here are rapists. And we are accomplices if we do not make this central in our lives, to make it safe for our sisters and our daughters to be women in the state of Texas.
There are those in the media that have been saying, oh, this war on women. There's not really a war on women. Somebody forgot to tell Rush Limbaugh about the fact there's not a war on women. Someone forgot to tell those people that I served with in the House who tried to terminate all federal support for Planned Parenthood that there's not a war on women. Some of them forgot to tell the people in the committee that I serve on that we don't need to redefine rape and create a situation where the IRS would audit a woman who terminates a pregnancy. That sounds a little like a war on women. Maybe they don't call it a war on women, but it doesn't sound like a peace conference to me.
But when abortion is illegal, it's the #1 killer of women, and we are not going to let that happen.
We're pro-choice and we're pro-life. We believe in pro-life once a child is born, not just before.
What makes them think that we make these decisions lightly? Are you simple-minded women? Would you allow someone to cast you as being simple-minded?
Republican senators are railing against the Violence Against Women Act as the House holds committee meetings about women's health but does not invite any actual women to participate in the discussion.
These people don't care about women. They don't care about children. They're talking about power. And they just stirred the wrong hornet's nest.
And it's easy to cut off a woman's options when you're sitting in a cushy seat in a pink dome 300 miles away from the reality of working women and what they're facing day in and day out on the border and in any other city in Texas.
Republican rhetoric is chock full of fear and flags and a twisted version of the good news, wherein Jesus advocates for payday lenders and passes swift and vengeful judgment on any one of us who isn't rich enough, wide enough, or man enough to qualify for his mercy.
These people will never let us live in peace. They will never retreat. And the only way to stop them is to get them out of office.
But today is just the beginning. We now know that our lawmakers cannot protect our rights without our continued unified participation. We have allowed the election of idiots who believe, yes, idiots, who believe that cutting access to birth control will cost less in tax dollars than the cost of caring for unplanned children through Medicaid or our foster care program. That's ridiculous. I'm not ready to make nice with them, and I'm not ready to back down because I'm mad as hell, and we can go round and round and round about this issue. And I say to you, Texas women, are you mad that someone will try to tell you what you can do with your body? Will you allow someone else to tell you that your rights are unimportant? Well, I say that it is time that we make sure that everyone knows that we will not stand here and allow for this war on women
be a price to pay at the ballot box for waging a war on women, they won't think twice about waging that war. And to be frank, Texas sucks at voting.
Rick Perry and all these right-wing yahoos have picked a fight with the wrong half of the population.
As the people that don't want us to march want to take us back to a time that we will never accept. We won't go backwards. We will never give up or give in. Let's march.
There was a war against women. We did not start it. But in the name of God, we've got to finish it.
Because there are hundreds of you here and you represent thousands of women and the men who join in caring about ending the war on women, I believe that we will be voting in huge numbers in 2012. And that means our needs and our issues will count.
And if you do not trust in women to make the right decision, if you do not believe that women can make the right decision, know this, that a woman brought every politician in the world, and this November will take some out.
There is no shortage. There is no shortage in 2012 of women who are willing to lead the charge. No shortage of courage in these people. No shortage of courage in these women candidates. And you, my friends, you have to make sure there is no shortage of women that will stand and fight for the game on, ladies. Game on!
We are not backing down.
That it is so important that we stand each and every day for the rights of our daughters, our sisters, our mothers, our nieces, our aunts. It is important that we do not allow some to roll back the clock on the rights that we have fought for so very long.
We are mad, we are united, and we vote.
Well, in closing, I just want to say to you that we need to send a message to the governor and anybody else in this land who does not want to heed our warning. Hell has no fury like a woman scorned.